What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. We have got a lot to talk about today. What you're going to see today guys is a whole bunch of my FUT Champs gameplay. I'm not having the greatest weekend this weekend. Funnily enough, even before I started playing this weekend, I wanted to finish on Gold 3 to test it out. And we will talk about that in a bit more detail a bit later on in the video. But just as it happens to be is I'm just having the worst weekend I've had in terms of the first sort of like 14, 15 games in a long time. So maybe this is a good weekend for me to finish quite early. However, the first thing we need to talk about is Prime Icon Set 3 and what an absolute farce this has become. So Prime Icon Set 2 is just grossly overvalued, right? It is far too expensive for what you get. The icons that you get are good, not great. Ferdinand obviously is fantastic. Makalele is good. Trezeguet is good. Larson is good. Lampard is good. But there are no, other than potentially Ferdinand, I don't think there are any end game icons here. So the fact that to get this, to complete this, you need to spend 1.1 million coins is ludicrous. However, the pack rewards are alright. World Class gives you a 50k pack. The 86 rated gives you a 100k pack. The 85 gives you a 55k. 84 gives you a 50k, just a different style of 50k. The Icon SBC gives you 100k. So you get back like, what is that? 100, 200, 300, 350, almost 400,000 coins worth of packs and an icon. Although I still think that's too expensive, and that is largely due to the icon price itself being about 680, 700,000 coins. It's relatively reasonable. It's overvalued for sure, but not by much. You know, if the icon prices came down to 500,000 coins an icon instead of 700,000 coins an icon, I'd be sitting here saying, hey guys, for 900,000 coins plus 400,000 or so coins of packs back, this is banging. You know, you can't really fault that. Icon Set 3, they released and have since removed it. And people wanted to know why. A lot of people missed out. So they released Icon Set 3 with just these four options here, right? So Humble Beginnings, Rising Talent, Iconic, and World Class. And what happened is that you could buy an icon, or if you had an icon, you was in good shape. Once you completed Iconic, the rest of the 3 SBC sets cost you about 40,000 coins to do all of them. So for World Class, Humble Beginnings, and Rising Talent, it cost about 40,000 coins, right? What happened is that people that already had icons, or the people that had coins to go and buy an icon, is you could essentially complete the 4 sets and then dump the icon back in again, get another 100k pack, and then complete these 3 again for 40k, get another 50k pack, get another gold players pack, and get another silver players pack. And it was just infinite profit. You couldn't lose. Even if you didn't have an icon and went and bought an icon, you could make profit. And so over a 30-day period, it would have genuinely just completely ruined the market. So I understand why EA took it off and re-released it. What people want is for EA to release an icon SBC that doesn't require an icon. What EA did with Prime Icon Set 3 is not just add a team, which in itself would have been just okay. Not only did they just add a team, they reduced the rewards you get by so much so to the point where it's laughable. So you still get the silver players pack and the gold players pack from these two. From World Class, which you have to dump 2 informs in, and obviously at a gold team, you only get a premium gold players pack. So they've reduced this section from a 50k pack to a 25k pack. Iconic, they have reduced from a 100k pack to a 45k pack. I'm sorry, but there is no place on earth that says, hey, I'm doing this. If anyone's doing this SBC now, you are genuinely out of your mind. They've reduced it to a 45k pack, and then the 82 rated squad gives a 15k pack and requires an 82 rated squad with an inform. And it's crazy. The icons out of this set are so bad, right? They're not terrible. Vieri is okay. Zanetti is good. Haji is good. Giggs, depending on whether or not you can deal with his weak foot, is good. Zola is okay. Pretty good actually for Zola. A little bit weak, not really my bag, but you could make a case it'd actually be quite decent in game. But what they've done with the rewards and the cost, this SBC costs around 760 to 770,000 coins. Which again, if you got the good rewards, if you got a 50k pack, a 100k pack, maybe a rare mega pack for this one, then I'll be sitting there saying, hey, 700k, 200 plus k's worth of packs back, reasonable. if the icons were cheaper at 500k and this SBC cost 550 and gave you 250k worth of packs back, reasonable. But the icon requirement is just absurd. There's not enough supply of icons, which is causing the icon market to go up. On PlayStation, the cheapest icon right now is 710,000 coins. For buying these players, you can buy them for almost that much. You can buy a Haji. I don't know about Zanetti. I was looking at Haji because for me, Haji is the best icon out of the set. You can buy a Haji, a Prime Haji, genuinely for, I think it's like 850,000. Let me have a look here. Oh, God damn it. 850,000. There you go. Look at that. 840,000 for a Prime Haji that you can sell at your leisure. Obviously, you need the coins liquid to be able to buy him. But in terms of the SBC, to complete the icon part of the SBC, you need 700,000 anyway. So it's just they screwed up. They screwed up massive. I can't imagine who, in their right mind, re-released this SBC and said, this is good. They're going to love this. Nobody loves this. This is a rip-off. It's embarrassing. It's a slap in the face of your consumers. It's honestly disgusting. If there was a baby icon SBC that was there so that we could complete an icon SBC and get a baby icon for 200 to 400,000 coins, I'm down for that. No dramas, because that way I can grind to a baby icon. I can grind the SBC. It makes it cheaper. If I can't be bothered to grind, or I have the other resources available to not be able to grind, I can spend the money or I can spend the coins. No dramas. But for people that actually grind this game, you can't reasonably grind this. It's genuinely embarrassing. On top of that, they screwed up the Sancho SBC. They made him a left mid when he should have been a right mid. They removed that, and we'll talk about that in a bit more detail as well. And then on top of that, marquee matchups has Czech Republic versus Slovenia. They didn't even play against each other. So 3 massive mistakes from EA over the last couple of days. I just wanted to get out of the way. I just wanted to share my frustrations with you guys and with EA in a manner that's not me just raging, in a manner where we're actually discussing things. This is unacceptable. You know, this is literally extortionate. Like, I think that is the correct word. This is extortionate. It is so far beyond unreasonable to expect people to pay almost 800,000 coins for an icon that you can buy on the market for almost as much as the icon SBC itself costs, and give them incredibly terrible rewards in return in terms of packs. It is flat out extortion. And if this remains throughout the next 28 days or whatever's left, and they don't give us a baby icon SBC, or they don't change the requirements, I'm in shock. Genuine shock. But anyway, guys, I want to get into some gameplay, so I will be right back. All right, guys, into the gameplay we go. As I said, you have got all my FUT Champs games. In terms of how I was playing, it's really weird. I tweeted out, the last fair few weeks, probably like 3 weeks, I've saved most of my games till Sunday for one reason or another. Just didn't have time, or just didn't play the games or whatever. And I've got good results. 24-6 2 weeks ago. Sorry, 23-6 2 weeks ago. 25-5 last week. And just generally been killing it. I played only one game on Friday last week and 3 games on Friday the week before. This week on Friday, I played 11 games, and it's my worst start. And it makes me think that I wonder if I should start leaving most of my games until Sunday to get better finishes, if that's going to be helpful for getting better finishes, because my team is in the best shape it's been in. You know, as I said in previous videos, there's no excuses for my team anymore. However, I've noticed that specifically in the first 10 games this week, instead of me going 9-1 or 10-0, which I've done over the last 2 weeks, I got to, I believe, 7-3. Okay, so sorry for spoilers, but 7-3. But not only did I get to 7-3 and take 3 losses, whereas previously I was taking 0 or 1, there were 3 or 4 of those games that I won that were really difficult. And so the caliber of opponent I played this week has just been better. But with that being said, let us get into some comments. The first one is from Saul Ashon. He says, "Hi Nep, I personally don't think you should stop at Gold 3. There is no sorcery. The higher you finish, the more likely you are to get good player picks. The reason it appears that Gold 3 gives the best rewards is that it's the most common finish. For example, between them, the top 100 finishes across both consoles have 1,000 player picks. The maths is more complex than this, but 5 players in each pick equals 5,000. Let's say 3,000 finish gold 3. That's 18,000 picks. Therefore, due to the sheer mass, gold 3 may appear the best. It may appear that everyone gets good rewards in gold 3, but nobody is going to tweet, "Hey Nep, look at my Hector and Furpo." And you make a very, very valid point. You know, obviously, the more people that finish in gold 3, the more rewards are open in gold 3, the more times we're going to see someone have success in gold 3. However, the difference between gold 3 and, let's say, what I got this week, elite 2, right? I only get 1 extra player pick pack for 11 extra wins. 11 extra wins gets me 1 extra red pack and 2 extra players in each red pack, right? And as you guys know, I'm a firm believer of the formula of if your luck's in, it's in. And as I've proven by my FUT Champs rewards just in general, my red player pick packs haven't been great. And I've got elite 3 times and gold 1 3 times. So, you know, I've got a couple of usable players, especially this week. We've got Robertson, he's usable. We've got Partey, he's usable. Other than that, I don't really have many usable reds, you know, definitely not that fit into my team. And so now I sit there, and the reason why I wanted to go gold 3, not only because of the whole, gold 3 is the best reward slot kind of like theory, but also due to the fact that for 14 wins that would never take me more than 20 games, I get only 1 less player pick pack than 25 wins. So which will take me all 30 games if I get up there. So the sheer volume of games played, the efficiency level, I guess, of gold 3 is the best. On top of that, in gold 3, you get a 50k pack and what was it? FUT Champs rewards. You get a 50k pack, and is it 2 55k packs? Oh god, not that. I don't want that. I don't want that. Please, EA, FUT Champions rewards. Here we go. Weekend League. This is what I want. So for gold 3, we get 2 mega packs, a rare players pack, right? So 2 35k packs and a 50k pack versus 1 100k pack and 1 inform pack. And again, for the sheer volume of extra wins needed, in terms of efficiency levels, like, gold 3 is just far, far better for rewards all around. The biggest difference between gold 3 and elite 2 is the actual coin difference. 30,000 coins in gold 3, 100,000 coins in elite 2. But let's even assume that I can't even get to elite 2 and get to elite 3. Now we're talking about 70,000 coins. So there's only a 40,000 coin difference in there. The amount of time, it would take me to play from gold 3 up to elite 3. In that same amount of time, I could trade and snipe more than 40,000 coins. Obviously, there also has to come into a factor of I want to play this game, and maybe I should just play until I, play for fun, which is what we did after Christmas in last year's Road to Glory. We started playing FUT Champs for fun. I got some really good results there. In fact, one weekend I finished 18-1. I got to gold 3, 18-1. People were begging me to play on, but I was just like, no, I'm not playing. I'm playing for fun. I'm playing to enjoy the game. Got to 18-1. One week I got to 25-5. So many times I was on course to get great results. And because I was playing for fun, I played without pressure and I enjoyed the game. We talked about this in the last episode a little bit, but my team is so good now that whether I finish gold 3 or elite 2 or elite 3, it's not going to have an impact on my team. What I need to do now is make sure that the team is ready in terms of having players in the club and coins available for future SBCs that are going to help my team. And I think a lot of that comes from finishing in Division 2 Rank 3 and getting the 4 untradeable 50k packs and the 2 untradeable 35k packs, because that in itself is going to be like 60 to 70 brand new players into the club every week. And then in terms of the FUT Champs rewards, again, if I finish Elite 3, 100k pack is only 24 brand new players in the club. If I finish Gold 3, the Rare Players pack is 12 new players in the club. 2 Mega Packs, that's going to be, again, at least another 15 to 20 new players in the club. So I'm actually giving myself more players and more items in the club, preparing myself for future SBCs by finishing in Gold 3. The only thing that we have as a chance in Elite 3 or better is that we have a chance of getting a big pull out of the Team of the Week pack. But based on history And based on all the top 100s that I've opened this year already, all the elite ones I've opened this year already, based on the fact that EA have once again killed Team of the Week with so many dead cards, the genuine likelihood of me packing an incredible card is super low. And then even if we did pack an incredible card, the players this week, for example, you've got Marco Reus is worth 500,000 coins. You've then got Cavani, who's 90 rated, is worth 175. David Silva, who's 90 rated, is worth 110,000 coins. There's not another... Depay, 85 rated, is worth 150,000 coins. There are 4 players out of what available. 22 available in that 3 players pack. 4 players that are actually worth it. Other than that, every single player is worth less than 40,000 coins. Oh no, sorry, beg your pardon. Robertson is worth 100,000 as well. So 5 players out of a possible 22 that have good value. And what's the likelihood of me packing them? We know what the likelihood is. Really, really slim. We've got probably as much chance of packing one of those cards in a 50k pack or a mega pack as we have in a 3 inform pack. So, you know, for me, it's a case of... The road to glory is all about efficiency to some degree. What I do want to start doing, however, because I do love playing this game, I love trying to better myself, I love trying to become a better player, but what I want to start doing is basically going on my Xbox account, getting on my pay-to-win squad, playing FUT Champs on my pay-to-win squad, and then being efficient with the road to glory squad. Playing to Gold 3, getting Division 2 in FUT Rivals, because if I only play to Gold 3, let's say it takes me 20 games... I'm going to miss out on 4,000 FUT Rivals points. So I'm going to have to play FUT Rivals through the week, which was actually good for me because it gives me content. Because what we're doing right now in terms of, obviously last week was different for Jonathan Tarr, we played up to rank 1. But what we're doing right now is we're playing 30 FUT Champs games and then we're not touching the game again until the next weekend League of FUT Champs. And for making content for you guys, that makes it really difficult. And again, in terms of efficiency levels, I'm not going to push up to rank 2 or rank 1 in Division 2 because it just doesn't make sense. They are worse rewards. You saw my rewards this week from Division 2 rank 1. It's not worth playing all of those extra games for those extra rewards. You know, if that is the case, what I would rather do is just play FUT Champs with other squads. So, you know, basically just play all my FUT Champs games every weekend so that we can get the rank 2 rewards, but build teams that I haven't used before, take these meta players out and just try out new cards and new squads, because that way I can actually make content for the week. So if I played, let's say, 6 games per squad, we could essentially do 5 squad builders, have 5 videos of me playing 6 games with each squad. You know, based on the results, we could be like, okay, this squad was good. We could find some new players and stuff like that. And I think that would have a little bit more fun. The problem that we'd have with that is that after one weekend, I don't have, because this is a first owner road to glory, I don't have enough players in the squad to make 5 brand new squads every week. However, what it would do is it would give more meaning to the rewards and the red player picks and stuff. I tell you what, let me do that actually. Let me forget about the results this weekend league. After 13 games, I'm 10-3, right? That's where I'm at. I'm 10-3. Let me just now, for the rest of the weekend league, forget about winning and losing and start building some fun squads, playing 6 games with each squad. So maybe I'll get to a point where I've got... Oh, maybe we'll play 5 games with 1 squad and then 6 games with 2 squads. Use some of the reds that I haven't used. Use some of the players that I've got sitting in the club that I haven't used, that Milinkovic-Savic, and just build some fun squads and go from there. I think that could be a lot of fun, actually. And it would remove the need for me to... Because when I'm playing with my meta squad, everyone's like, go for elite, go for elite. Why are you doing this? If I started building fun squads, people wouldn't be like going, go for elite, go for elite. They'd be like, hey, man, just play your games and see where you finish. And if you don't finish in a great position, it's whatever. You had fun. You had, more fun. We're going to do that. That's interesting. I'm glad we had this chat together. We're going to realize some things. And hey, who knows? I might change my opinion after one time. I might play with a lesser squad and be like, I can't do that. I'm just taking loss after loss after loss. But it will definitely be interesting to see how I can perform with certain other players. It's going to cost me a bit because buying position modifiers and chem styles to change some of the players is going to be a bit crazy. But that is where we will go. And then wherever we finish, we finish. If that means we finish Gold 3 or Gold 2 or Gold 1, so be it. I would be surprised if I could get up to Elite playing with lesser squads. But who knows? It might make me a better player. Who knows? Jamie S. says, hey, Nepo, what do you think the requirements for the top tier icons, R9, Pele, Henry, will be? Also, do you think the top icons will all be the same set? Love the vids. I don't know if they will be the same set. That's going to be an interesting one. You would kind of have to think so because I think that they will put in at least 2 icon requirement for a top tier icon. It wouldn't surprise me if it required 3 icons. Yeah, like if they don't put all the top tier icons together in the same spot, if like let's say this icon set that we've got right now, if they just threw a Thierry Henry in there, everyone would have Thierry Henry for cheap. Because for 700k, Thierry Henry would be a bargain. You know, the icons that are in there aren't really necessarily value for coins. But yeah, I think we'll probably see 2 icons needed for the big icons. That's my personal opinion. Bar Black Sheep says FIFA gameplay is boring now. I'm done after 3 games of FUT Champs this weekend. And there was also another comment from James H. Says, honestly, watching your gameplay is not entertaining. I realise that abusing the timed finesse is the easiest way to win, but it's so boring. If they don't patch it further, FIFA is dead. And dude, I respect both people. You know, I respect somebody saying FIFA gameplay is boring and he only played 3 games and then quit because the gameplay is boring. And I can respect the viewer's opinion that gameplay is boring because it is like last year, low drivens were the meta, right? And that's all you scored. But the way you scored low drivens, there were ample scenarios from where you could score them. You could score them from inside the box. You could score them from outside the box. You could score them near post, far post. You could score them from fun angles. You could actually work space in the box and get a low driven out, you know, shot away. There was a lot of scenarios that caused low drivens. This year, by the way, look at this. This guy ends up prodding the ball past me to score the goal that got him 3-2 up and didn't even touch the ball. How crazy is that? This year, it is just the same. Get to the top of the box, find the space, hit finesse shot. Get to the top of the box, find the space, hit the finesse shot. And it is boring. It is boring. It is fun in a sense because it's like a game of chess, right? Especially when you come up against a good opponent. The game is, when you have your possession, it's my job to do my best to stop you from hitting the finesse shot. And when I have the possession, it's my job to do my best to get that finesse shot. That's kind of the game. So in terms of actually playing it, for me personally, I enjoy the chess game. And even though I've had a relatively poor start to the weekend league this weekend, going 10-3, I actually feel like I'm playing some of the best FIFA I have ever played. You know, we're so close to Division 1. We got 25-5 in the weekend league last weekend. I'm playing some great FIFA. That being said, this weekend league, I let FIFA get the better of me for the first time in a long time. I got frustrated. I started getting angry. I started, shouting and stuff again, which I haven't done in such a long time. And that frustrates me a little bit that I let it get the better of me because on both games that I've lost so far, if I remained calm and kept that mindset of just play your best and see what happens, I think I would have turned one of those 2 losses into a win. And so instead of being 7-2, I would be 8-1. And my mindset would just be different. And then into this game, look at how I concede these goals. I'm putting in tackles and getting balls bouncing and stuff. And because I'm already frustrated, because I've lost a couple of tight games because of myself and bad gameplay, I'm playing even more frustrated. And it's a snowball negative effect. And again, this game that I lost, I felt like I was just considerably the better player here. And I didn't end up winning the game because I let my emotions dictate the way I was playing FIFA. And that's 3 losses. If I was playing my best, if I was playing like I was last weekend league and I was sitting here saying, just play your best and do the best you can and whatever the result will be, it will be. I think 2 of my 3 losses I would have turned into wins. I lost 1 game to a guy that was just better than me, fair play. But 2 of those 3 losses would have turned into wins. So instead of sitting here saying I'm 10-3, I'd be sitting here saying I'm 12-1. I'm having a great weekend. I'm loving the game. But generally speaking, I've let myself down a little bit. With that being said, as I said before, I have played more difficult opponents this week than in any other week. In fact, the next 3 games in a row that I win, 2 of them I win in the 90th minute, and all 3 of them I win by 1 goal. And they were tough games. So I don't know what's changed with matchmaking this week, or if anything's changed with matchmaking this week. I don't know if it's because I'm playing more games on a Friday, or because I'm playing games during the daytime, or instead of like super late at night or super early in the morning. I don't know what's changed, but something's changed and it's giving me way harder way harder opponents. IK47HD says, Nepo, how do you think they should compensate the players who partially did the Icon SBCs? Well, they're giving the players back that you did. And it's actually a benefit to you guys that partially did the SBCs, because if you dumped in an Icon and got that 100k pack and dumped in the world-class team and got that 50k pack, all the items that you use to get a 100k pack and a 50k pack, you're getting back. So you essentially got a free 100k pack and a free 50k pack. And the same for Sancho. For those that did the left mid Sancho, you're going to get given the right mid Sancho. So you're going to have 2 Sanchos. And for those that partially did to Sancho, you're going to get all your stuff back. So it's weird because they're compensating those that completely manipulated and abused the system. But those of us that didn't just get left behind. We get left in the dust. You know, we get basically told that, hey, because you didn't abuse our flaw in the game, you get nothing. But those that did abuse it, they get more items. They get items given back and get to keep the packs that they earned in return. And they get a second version of a card as well that they can use somewhere down the line for free. So what they've done is the people that abused it, they got ahead because they abused it. Then they got more ahead because of the way EA have handled the compensation packages. The people that didn't abuse it just left behind. And I think they've screwed up a lot. And funny enough, I was talking to a few of the guys in Discord today about this. Like last year, EA gave out the wrong Weekend League monthly rewards one time. If you was in Elite 1, you got Elite 2 rewards. So instead of getting 20 reds, you got 15 reds. If you was in Elite 2, you got Elite 3 rewards. So instead of getting 15 reds, you got 12 reds, and so on and so forth, right? And what they did is if you opened them during the time that the pack was glitched, you just got reissued the right pack. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't get reissued the right pack because, hey, that's fair. You know, you got the wrong thing. They should give you the right thing. What is unfair is that the people that weren't around to open it when it was bugged, they just got the right thing. So again, it's a case of those that abused, you know, because once they found out it was wrong, people knew that they would reissue it. Everyone went and opened their rewards. Essentially, some people got two sets of rewards and some people only got one. And it was the people that got lucky enough to abuse the glitch were the people that got the bonus stuff. What should have happened is EA should have compensated everybody with an extra set of rewards, so that it was fair, because, like, you know, one of their taglines is to make it fair and fun for all. That's not fair. That's not fair when some people get double because they abuse something and some people get none because they did the right thing and didn't abuse it. So I think the way they handle these kind of situations is a bit weird and a bit wrong. I don't really have a reasonable alternative right now either because I haven't really thought about it. But yeah, that's where I'm at with that. Rob Bob says, are you or were you planning to get Sancho? By the way, love the vids. Absolutely not, dude. His in-game stats look shocking for an 84 rated player. His in-games are terrible. Somebody had said, he's going to get like a winter upgrade. Yeah, I'm sure he will. But even then, if they make that, like, what's going to happen is his silver card's going to get pushed up to a gold, and that's it. They're not going to upgrade his player of the month because the threshold won't be pushed up to the point where it pushes him up. And if it does, if one of the in-game stats goes above and does push the 84 up, it will only go up to an 85 or an 86. And the in-game stat boost won't be enough to where it's going to be usable. Last but not least, Stuart Richards says, no, wait. Oh, yeah, says, Yo, Nep, new to FIFA this year in your channel, and got to say I love the Road to Glory. Find it so interesting and helpful for a noob struggling to make goal 2 every week. Just wanted to pick up on your comment you made about somebody not rage quitting despite you being 3-0. And in yesterday's video, somebody said, like, why should he rage quit just because you're losing? Just because he was losing a lot. He said, you rightfully pointed out that the person you were playing had a poor team with no chem and probably had to grind hard to get into FUT Champs to try and improve himself and his team, where he gets paired against a meta team elite player. Don't dig him out for not quitting, man. He's already getting the L and the frustration. He's probably grateful for the experience and for the 400 rivals points, which will help him try and qualify again. And hey, you are right, and I don't expect or demand people to rage quit. When people are trying their hardest and playing the whole game, whether they win or lose, that's fair. I understand why you don't rage quit. When you start sliding around and just punting the ball and stuff, you're just wasting everyone's time. You're not learning anything from that. You're not growing as a player. And if you are going for just a 400 FUT Champs points, just put your controller down. Rest your thumbstick on it so you're constantly running in one direction so you don't get booted. That way it saves both of us time, because then we could both just stand still and both get the 400 points and the result will stand. And if you're willing to learn and if you're trying to learn and you're playing against someone and you're just playing your best, stay, even if you're 4-0, 8-0, 10-0 down. If you're just being a pain and just wasting time, it is wasting time. You're wasting life at that point, and that is not necessary. It is just a waste of time. So that's my outlook on that. But as I say, I don't expect or demand people rage quit. Absolutely not. I can't understand the mindset of someone that is just sitting there sliding, getting red cards, punting the ball up the field. It's just like, why are you doing this? Just leave the game and go and play another game where you can actually learn something and get better. Or as I say, if you're looking for the rivals points, put your controller down and save us both the time. I can put my controller down too, and I can go about my day doing something else. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.